Alright, so it's been a while, and I'm not sure if I'm going to post this today, and if I do, I might keep it private for a while, just because of the legalities, and I'm bound to slip up and tell the truth, and say something that could get me indicted during the current time, so I'm going to sit here and talk for a minute. There's probably messages in here for others that are going to come out of my mouth in a certain way. It's going to fit what you've got going on. And that's because Source, God, speaks in mysterious ways. Like, one of the things I want to touch base on is here recently I've started picking up on more ways that I've been being given messages. So when I am sitting listening to music, or thinking, listening to other people talk, scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram, receiving notifications on my phone from TikTok that I don't log into, nor do I follow anybody on. Artists on YouTube, like, there's a band called Night Blue that I follow, that I think I've maybe listened to one of their songs. And over the last 2 weeks, the titles of these songs, you go look up Night Blue and scroll. I don't think I like that reflection. So, why am I scratching my throat while I'm trying to speak? Things like that. And that's why I brought up what I was just talking about. During all those times that I am scrolling or unlocking my phone or sitting thinking, a sentence will be said by myself or another, and I will either scratch my nose or my head will itch, my forehead, right here, where your third eye is. And it's occurred to me that the nose knows, and when you touch your forehead, it's I know. So both of those places are signs. If you are subconsciously just listening, just paying attention to whatever's going on around you, and you go to, like, when I scratch my eyes, I think that means that I need to clear my vision, that I'm not seeing something fully, kind of deal. If my throat itches, we're talking about the speaking up or listening, either better or more intently. Ears. My ears have been itching. Like, not today, which is new, but over the last 6-8 months, my ears and my gut gurgled just now when I said that. It was really slight. And I think I figured out who's who. I think I know who's talking about me depending on whether my left or right ear itch. I know that as a teenager, in my late teens and early 20s, if somebody I cared about was in trouble, my right knee would hurt. Like, it was sharp pain, and the doctor couldn't tell me what was going on. It's like, there's nothing every time something goes on with my health here as an adult, the doctors don't know what to do. They're like, you're healthy as a horse. Your blood works fine. Your white blood cells are fine. Your hormones are where they should be for somebody on testosterone. It's like they don't know. They have no idea what the fuck to tell me. And the same with my knee. There was nothing wrong with my knee. There's no cartilage missing. There's no... It's inexplainable. And then when my left knee hurt, within a day or two, there'd be a storm. And that was, back in my late teens, early 20s, and it doesn't happen too often anymore. But I do want to take the note here that my right knee hurt the other day. And I don't remember if it was 2 or 5 days ago. Because I don't run on y'all's timeline mentally. I don't pay attention. It's not important to me, I think is a good way to put that. So when my back itches, I've noticed that we're usually talking about an addiction. Monkeys on your back. It's all symbolism, y'all. So first message, I guess, for the general public would be pay attention without implementing your own desires. Like, don't intentionally rub your forehead. Don't intentionally pay attention to whether or not you're rubbing your forehead when something is stated. Just take note that you did it. And I was 722. I also don't look at clocks intentionally. And I've been running into massive amounts of angel numbers. I'm really, it's getting to the point where I'm tired of it. It's like, come on, just do the thing. I know. And that's how I've been walking around my last 3 weeks. Just going, I know. Can we do the thing yet? Are we there yet? Which is funny because within the last week or two, one of my 4 tarot readers has stated that very sentiment. And that made me giggle in the moment. So, one of the tarot readers said a while back, and I don't remember how long ago it was, but one of them said that my twin flame would see what I'm up to and where I'm at through a buddy, a mutual friend. And I'm sitting here going, we don't have any mutual friends. So I don't know who the fuck it could be until an old housemate of mine texted me like last week. And then I'm just like, when my phone lit up with their name. And then I smiled about like I'm smiling now. And then we've got, and I gotta get up for this one. I gotta move for this one. We've got tarot readers that kept bringing up sunflowers. They're like, pay attention, watch out for sunflowers, da-da-da-da-da. And I was staying at a friend of mine's house for a while after I got out of jail over this twin. And she has sunflowers. So I was like, I really thought that it went with how they were talking about my soul family is going to start popping up into my life and stuff. But when I got home, there were a bunch of Didn't realize it. Baby sunflowers in my backyard that had washed from guess whose old yard because they've moved. So I mowed most of them down, but because whatever these were, because I didn't know what they were at the time, I was just like, I thought maybe it was elephant ears or grass or something like that. Some kind of wild plant. I didn't realize that it was sunflowers. And so I left a few of them because I figured if they grew tall enough, they'd block the dogs from the fence line. My dogs. But here we are. There are those sunflowers. And mind y'all, I didn't plant them. Those were seeds that washed from the neighbor's yard. And I've got corn out in my front yard from my crop last year that replanted itself. Which was also pretty cool. But tarot readers have brought up that I'm going to get money from nowhere. Like, and they've said it in different phrasing. Like, each of them say it differently. But it's either magic money or money from nowhere or something along those lines. And last night I had a dream that I found money. And here I am rubbing the back of my head. I don't know if y'all could see that. And back to those signs about your body. Rubbing the back of your head has something to do with your subconscious knowledge. Yeah. I don't know quite yet. I'm not seeing that clearly. But it has something to do with knowing something that you can't see the full picture of. I think I'm doing pretty good so far on not mentioning too much to not be able to post this. Kind of proud. Come on, Wally. Up, 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 up. Bedtime. Let's see, what else is there? The last tarot reading that I did was about being the Time Master. That was the card I drew for myself. So it's kind of funny that was like 2-3 months ago. And here I am. Just now saying something again. As my dog whines and I've got a burp building. I can feel it. Spitting information out. I guess part of why I want to do this is because I don't understand the phrasing sometimes. Like, I've got 3 readers at least out of the 4 saying that my twin's talking about coming home. I don't know if that means physically, which right before I said that my gut gurgled, or if we're speaking on a spiritual metaphorical level where they go home in a sense of the ether, and not to say that their physical body passes away, but to say that they energetically return to source. Yay, scratchy head. And it may be both. the latter may lead to the prior kind of situation where returning back to source leads them back to the physical home. I made a separate account under the name that I want for my business that I've already sent in paperwork for DBA under the business name, just so I can lock the name in, because I can't do anything with it yet. I've got my own personal finances I need to work out before it's going to do me any good to have the DBA kind of deal. But a DBA is only $25 instead of an LLC that's $300. So it was something. But I opened up a few social media profiles under this business name so that I could start building a customer basis for what I want to do within the community that I would be supplying said services for, not to. And it's the funniest story in the world. And I say that in the most facetious manner. Because what I really mean is fascinating, interesting, curious. Said twin, here I am scratching the side of my neck like I'm about to spit something out. And the bird there's this bird in my backyard just tweeting its little ass off. My stepmom, who would have no inclination to an idea of what I'm doing, or let alone to search or find this side profile of mine, without having been told by an individual stalking me, that may have been being mentioned quite a lot here recently by all 4 of my tarot readers. They're watching you. You're being watched. You're being stalked. Again, this is, there are probably 10 different phrases that have been used. Why am I coughing? I don't know. There have been 10 different phrases that have been being used that, you're being watched, you're being stalked, they're social media, keeping eyes on you, animals that represent being watched have been being pulled out of the cards. But back to my stepmom finding my profile, is she didn't find that profile on her own. Her and my father are not that tech savvy. They're so not, like, my dad might be a computer programmer, but we're talking old school. We're talking original computer programming back in the 60s to the 80s, dude. He doesn't know how to do the modern day stuff. He's not going to be into AI. He's not going to be into, like, he's old school. He's a boomer. And that's offense and no offense. It is what it is on that until he decides to change it. But my stepmom is such a fool that she didn't even use a side profile. Like, she straight looked at my story on her regular profile And she couldn't even make a misnamed profile to look at my thing, and I'm just like, when I saw she had looked at the story, I called it out. I made a post about when you catch your mommy watching you or something like that, because it amused the snot out of me, because I know how she found the profile. Somebody showed her the profile, and it wasn't my dad, who doesn't get on Facebook. Why did it itched right here? What is that? Are there specifics? Are there like when you if you scratch here as opposed to here as opposed to here, is there something different about the left side than the right side? Does one side mean one thing and another side mean the other thing? But it itched right in here, where that line is. That was. And it's part of the reason I want to do this video is because I'm just a kid. I'm just a child of God. I don't understand. It's like trying to explain money to a 3-year-old is what it feels like. On all this energetic connections and the downloads and the dawnings and it really it's like interpreting. And it is interpreting. It's not like interpreting, it is interpreting another language. It's like listening to the birds or how we've figured out over the last 20 years what the different grunts, groans, and growls and sighs and yawns and things mean with your pets, with your dogs. They speak their own language, and here we go again. Why right there? What does that mean? When you're thirsty, you're not thirsty. When you're hungry, you're not hungry. These physical feelings are representative of messages. Like here I am scratching my throat. When you're hungry, it really like it means you need nourishment. It doesn't mean you need food. There's an airplane going on outside now. And again, when you're thirsty, there's something to do with emotions or ego. It's kind of like taking showers, I guess. Like, I don't think dogs are real. They're representative. It's almost like a furry dragon mixed with another critter. Or I was talking to somebody else yesterday. Who was I talking to? I was talking to a good friend of mine. I remember. Okay. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone yesterday, and we started talking about energetic stuff, and they brought up the year of the fire horse that we're in, and I was like, you realize that's a dragon, right? You know that's a dragon? What do you think a 3-year-old who doesn't know the term dragon but knows the term horse and knows the term fire, what do you think a 3-year-old that knows those two terms is going to call a dragon? Mommy, mommy, fire horse. Dragon. Why the head itchy? So that's kind of where I've been at. It's kind of what I've been thinking. Some of the thoughts that I've been dealing with or trying to process, trying to decode, if we want to go Matrix, or translate, if we want to talk about verbal languages. I don't know if I have too much more to add. I think I'll call it here. I hope y'all have been blessed. I hope y'all stay blessed. I'm not going to apologize for having been gone so long. I'm also not going to apologize if it's another 2 months before I drop another video. Y'all can go back and watch the other ones. There are messages you missed, I promise you. It's just like watching movies. Or reading a book again. Like you... the nose knows. When you go back and rewatch a movie or reread a book, you catch things you didn't catch before. So during however long this next period of time it is before I drop another video, go back, watch my other videos, or go watch or listen to or read whatever you're called to. Because there are messages you need to go back and listen to because you either misinterpreted it, missed it altogether, or something along those lines and you need to hear it again. I do that all the time. I'm like, oh shit. When I go back and watch something and I hear the same sentence in a different light. But yeah, love to you all. Stay blessed. Stay focused. Stay growing. Stay you.